Hi, this Saturday we have three interesting webinars lined up for you. At 10 a.m., we have Wealth Creation versus Wealth Preservation, where you should focus now. 11 a.m., we have Corporate India, Q2 Earnings FY 2026, what the road ahead tells us. We have a Kodishwari webinar exclusively for women on financial independence. All the registration links are given below. Do register. Hope to see you all there.
What exactly is Milestones to Wealth? Milestones to Wealth, or M2W in short, has 6 milestones that an investor should reach by saving money. The first milestone is 2 lakhs. The second milestone is 5 lakhs. The third milestone is 10 lakhs. The fourth milestone is 25 lakhs. The fifth milestone is 50 lakhs. And the sixth milestone is 1 crore. Each of these milestones is a measurement of how much of savings an investor has put into his portfolio. The portfolio would be predominantly in mutual funds and ETFs. The portfolio's objective is to create a savings habit, a very strong investment ethic, and an ability to show the right temperament in one's portfolio at all times. Measurement would not be done of the returns. We would not measure portfolios on what the total value is to study whether a person has actually achieved his milestone target. So, your first milestone target of 2 lakhs would be achieved only if you have saved 2 lakhs, not if your portfolio value has reached 2 lakhs. So, by focusing more on what an investor has to do and making him concentrate on his duties and responsibilities to his own portfolio, we make sure that an investor doesn't get distracted by what the market does for him. Sometimes the market may be more generous in giving returns. Sometimes the market may disappoint. Under both extreme circumstances, we want the investor to focus on what he needs to do in his portfolio, because we all know that if a portfolio disappoints for a period of time, it is also going to more than exceed our expectations in subsequent periods. Similarly, if a portfolio has vastly exceeded our expectations in developing performance and generating returns, it is quite likely that it may not perform well in the coming periods for some period of time. This is something that we want investors to fully understand, be very self-aware about, so that whenever the market comes down, the investor is able to participate in such a market dip. As an investor, I would invest in every single correction. Every little market dip was an opportunity. That is how I built my investing from a very small investor to where I am today. So, it became a part of me, a part of my investment behavior. This is exactly what I want every Milestones to Wealth investor to build within himself. And we teach him how to build this thinking. So, what an investor in Milestones to Wealth will develop is a contrarian bent, a willingness to participate when others are fearful, a tendency to be more greedy when fear is very high in the market, and an inclination to be fearful when greed keeps rising indiscriminately in the market. So, at all times, we want the investor to be thinking about what is good for him and not going by what the market thinks is good for him. We stand beside the investor and keep thinking of what is good for him and place what is good for him before him, so that he can make an assisted judgment to decide what is good for him. Importantly, by keeping an investor focused on the next milestone he has to achieve and keeping him intensely focused on what he needs to do to achieve it sooner than he otherwise would, we bring about the desired investment behavior that would help an investor scale up his investing much better than he otherwise would. So instead of worrying about what happens in the world, what happens in the world of politics, what happens in geopolitics, what happens in corporate groups, what scams happen, we make the investor focus on where his money should go next. In the investment world, we all use a phrase, show me the money. But in Milestones to Wealth, we make investors see the path. We show them the path. That, in essence, is the journey of Milestones to Wealth and what it can do for every investor. By breaking a journey to 1 crore into 6 milestones, in every milestone, we make an investor develop his investment behavior so that his journey from the milestone to the next one is more comfortable than the previous journey towards that milestone. So, with every milestone, the investor becomes better, he behaves with more confidence, and he achieves with more focus. That, in essence, is what Milestones to Wealth intends to offer to each and every one of our investors, and we would like to take 1 lakh retail investors towards their milestone of 1 crore. For us, that is the real milestone to accomplish. We hope that not only our investors reach their milestone of 1 crore, we also reach our milestone of 1 lakh investors at 1 crore. So, let's take this journey together and reach where we want to get. Happy investing.